Yes, and keep self-repairing. We don't need to worry about why it's broken as long as you can keep fixing it. This is coming from an appliance operator. All right, Ed, I've got you on the list there. We'll be back around for you a little later on. WB8DKV, KD2SLG. Anybody else out there up for a quick little chat? WB8CXO, WB8CXO, Mike, this is KD8SLG. Are you out there?
I'm here, and I think my radio's working. WB8CXO.
It is working, and I just brought up the YouTube feed and heard myself talking back at me, so I got to pause that. As always, Mike, thanks for streaming us, and that's all I got. You going to have to stick around to talk tonight, or you just want me to put you in and out?
Just put me in and out. And I just wanted to remind you that I timestamp the girl. So if you ever find the need to hear her voice, you could pull up any of the YouTube videos or live streams that are stored and click on the timestamp and hear the girl.
Well, you know, Mike, pretty much any time I want to hear my girl, I can just give her a call. Thanks, Mike. It's good to know where the starting point is.
Yeah, but your girl is not the girl, is it?
The girl is some AI thing, but I like to throw out a little salute to my girl at the start of every net too, you know. W8WKY.
Okay, so it's just you call her my girl and I call her the girl.
Yes. It is the girl, but my little nod there, my secret nod to the girl, the secret handshake, is by saying my girl. See, but don't tell anyone, all right?
Oh, no. I wouldn't do that. Maybe we need, if she's a product of AI, maybe we need to give her a call sign and get her to check in.
I'll tell you what, that W8WKY guide does that more than often enough for the nets for me. So yeah, we'll just pass on that.
Well, it's going to be part of our future. You may not know if it's real or if it's Memorex.
At this point, Mike, I simply assume everything is fake. I figure it's like flipping a coin at this point. WB8CXO, KD8SLG.
All righty. Well, it was good seeing you in person at the Ham Fest. And I saw a few of the other members that I knew. Good to see them too, but I didn't see enough. Maybe I need to put a big sign on a hat or something so people know who I am. I guess I wasn't identified. Anyways, I'll let you go. WB at CXO.
It was great seeing and talking to you as well, Mike. And we'll see you at the next one, I betcha. Gonna clear with you there, Mike. Have a great night. And once again, thanks for streaming us. Gonna clear with WB8CXO, KD8SLG.
Okay. WW is in.
I did not hear that at all. It was a little chunky in a couple of places and totally the wrong places. I'll key up again for a second or two and then start talking and give it another shot, please.
Yeah, my internet's horrible. K0KDW.
There you are, Brad. Oh, I saw you on the All-Star list, and you were on my short list of people to call out for. And now that I've heard your voice in its entirety, I recognize the voice, but I didn't before. Thanks, Brad. I got you on the list. Clear with KA0KDW. That's not clear with KA0KDW. Brad, how you been? And now that I've heard your voice,
been doing all right. Would be better when the 26th at 11 p.m. Central comes, so my data will reset and my internet won't be so flaky. Because I am well over my 30 gigabyte hotspot limit on my phone, so my hotspot's being throttled, and it's not playing very nicely with the radios. So there you go. Here. Just had a couple good DMR nets again this evening and finished helping somebody set up an Allstar Node number. So when they order their clear node, it'll be ready to roll. So got all that done and now waiting for the last thing of the night.
All right, man. Yeah, it chunked out once or twice even during that transmission. So keep that in mind. All right, man, I got you on the list. Good to hear from you. And Eddie, I've already got you on the list. You're there. I see somebody else joined the party down there I haven't talked to in way too long. W2JLS. My brother from another mother. This is KD8SLG. Are you out there, John?
KD8SLG. This is W2JLS. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? I am out there in the, I'm at home. I'm not on my way back from the gym like I usually am this time of night, pre-net, the last few times I caught you like this. So, yeah, just, I'm in the kitchen taking care of some dishes and such, and just brought up Echolink and found you in there doing what you do. So, yeah, I don't know if you're sticking people on the list yet, but you can throw me in there. How are things with you, buddy?
Oh yeah, I'm taking shortcuts tonight, John. You're on the list. And I'm hanging in there, man. I'm doing all right. I got some stuff to take care of. My voice is a little edgy tonight. Tree pollen does not agree with me, and there seems to be quite a bit of that around. And I keep thinking every time it rains that will, clear it out for a while, and it doesn't seem to be doing it. So, if I suddenly go dark tonight, everybody, and stop talking, it's because I'm coughing.
Well, hang in there. The spring's just getting started, so I'm sure you're gonna have some of that pollen stuff running around for a hot minute. Yeah, and I noticed that tonight on my way home the weather was kind of nasty, and then I heard I guess someplace out in Portage County there were tornadoes touching down. I saw my scanner sending me that way, and by the time I was checking in, their emergency vehicles were reviewing the situation and feeding back. But I don't know if anyone's listening that can speak to that tonight. Be curious to see how things went. Back over to you, buddy.
I did not hear about any of that, John, but maybe we'll find out. All right, folks, we got about 2 minutes before the girl makes her announcement. I'm going to go grab a soda and make some room for it. I'll be back in time for the pre-net. It's KD8SLG.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
All right, there's my girl. QST, calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net. We'll be lighting up the airwaves tonight. Beacon Net's sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night. We have some fun. We play some trivia. We make some jokes. This is the pre-show. I'm going to be taking early check-ins for the Beacon Net that's going to start at the top of the hour. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. KD8 EPC, Dustin will take over at the top of the hour. So I'm going to take a couple rounds of check-ins, and then we'll run through the list and see who's sticking around for the big show tonight and who's just here to get their ticket punched. But before we do that, let's check in with the BeaconNet team tonight. Make sure everybody's radios are working properly, as I like to call it, Mickey Mouse roll call. KD80PC, this is KD8SLG. You out there, Dustin?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD80PC. Well, I'll tell you what, Nick, some would say I'm out there, so there you go. But I've got a radio in front of me. We're here, and I'll tell you what, why don't you just go ahead and proxy me in this evening. Hi. I know we'll be ready come that time. This is KD80PC, back to KD8SLG.
All right, man, consider yourself proxied for the next 28 minutes. Sounding good there, Dustin. Glad you got the internet working. Going to clear with KD80PC. Let's see if Nick at Night's out there tonight. KE8QKO, no responsibilities whatsoever tonight. How's your finger, Nick? KE8QKO, KD8SLG. Well, Nick has no responsibilities whatsoever tonight, so maybe he's taking advantage of that. Let's go talk to our trivia master for tonight, KE8QWE, KD8SLG. Out there, Mike.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. I am here. Nick, you sound great. I'm sure I sound like me. I'm here and I'm ready to go. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8SLG.
Fine business, Mike. Glad to have you on board. You sound very relieved now that tax season's pretty much over, I must say. I'm going to clear with KE8QWE. Check in with Miss Lucy, who's got all trivia tonight. KE8YUK. This is KD8SLG. You out there, Lucy?
Here we are, Nick. Hopefully you can hear me. Plug this in wrong. This is KE8YUK, and I am here sticking around with all trivia.
You plugged it in correctly, Ms. Lucy. We heard every word you had to say, and you sounded fine. And looking forward to your alt trivia tonight. K5CFY, I'm going to look into that. We're redlining on the 49562, which is probably why you're not hearing anything. So you're not hearing this either. K8VZA, KD8SLG. You got no responsibilities whatsoever tonight, Eric, but how was Chipotle?
KD8SLG and the group is KE8VZA. Chipotle was awesome. XYL went to a different Chipotle, and this is consistently, well, two observations of being better than the usual Chipotle. Fresher ingredients, right quantities, etc., etc. Win-win. But sorry to hear you're pollen afflicted, and I will turn it back to you. KE8VZA, back to pre-net control.
All right there, buddy. Good to have you on board. Glad to hear Chipotle was fine. Going to clear with K8VZA. That wraps up Mickey Mouse roll call. And let me tell you who I got here. We'll do a round or two of check-ins, and I've got to play some back office shenanigans here and try to get Oklahoma reconnected. So far on the list, I got K8YUG, KEF8ANS, Josh and Marie, WB4AIZ, Chuck was in and out, K5CFY. You're on the list there, Ray. WB8GKV, WB8CXO, KC3QND, K8MNT, K6KJV. Kevin was in and out, and that is Ed, Mike, Jeannie, and Tom. You guys are on the list. KC0LRM, Kelly out in Tulsa. W8HRF, Josh, I saw you lurking out there. K0KDW, Brad, W2JLS, John, W3ETB, Eddie, and AB80. Andy, you're on the list. All right, who else out there wants to get on the early list here for tonight? This is KD8SLG for the BeaconNet. I'm listening.
KD8SLG, KG4SCK here.
Okay, we picked up one there, KG4SCK. Hey, Mark, how you doing, man? Running solo tonight on the check-ins. I think not having Oklahoma linked up right now may be impacting us adversely. I'm going to keep working on that. Anybody else want to go on the list tonight? This is KD at SLG. I'm listening.
KQ4IZV, James in Salisbury, North Carolina.
All right, we had a KQ4IZV there. James, good to have you on board. Heard you this afternoon on the Boredom Breaker Net. Welcome back. All right, let's work this list, see who's sticking around tonight and who's just here to get their parking validated. K8YUG, this is KDSLG. Josh, you sticking around tonight? KE8YUG, KDSLG. Out there, Josh? All right, nothing heard. How about KF8ANS? Marie, are you out there? All right. I'm wondering if they haven't been disconnected somehow. Let's keep working the list. Let's see. Ray's out in Tulsa. I know he can't hear us right now unless he linked up his node, which I am not seeing. All right, let's look for Ed. WB8GKB. Ed, this is KDSLG. Sticking around tonight, Ed?
We'll be sticking around for the trivia and all that stuff there. Say good evening and listen in on the deal there. WB8GKB.
All right, Ed, glad to have you sticking around tonight. WB8CXO was in and out. He's streaming us on YouTube. If you want to hear what you sound like when you check in, go check it out. Next up, we got Jeannie, KC3QND. This is KDSLG. How are you tonight, Jeannie? Good to hear you on the food net. Are you going to stick around and play trivia with us tonight? KC3QND, this is KD8SLG. You out there, Jeannie?
KD8SLG, this is KC3QND. Yep, I'm going to stick around, and you need some elderberry stuff for your cold. Go to the drugstore and get some of that stuff that has elderberry in it.
All right, thanks for that, Jeannie. And I've got you sticking around tonight as well. Good to hear you. Next up, we got Tom, KA8MNT. This is KD8SLG. Tom, good to hear about your grandnephew getting home. Are you going to stay up and play trivia with us on the big show tonight, or are you just stopping by to get your ticket punched?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG, KA8MNT. Well, I'll try to stick around and at least hear the trivia questions so I can give my wrong answer. So, yeah, we'll kind of stick around. So this is KA8MNT, back to KD8SLG.
All right, Tom, got you in there for the night. Thank you very much. K6KJV, King James Version. Kevin was in and out there in California. Thank you, Kevin, for stopping by. Good to have you on board. Let's talk to Kelly out in Tulsa. Can't do that because Tulsa's not connected. Let's talk to Josh, W8HRF. Josh, how you doing? Pulled you off of Echolink. Are you out driving around? And are you sticking around for the big show?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is W8HRF. Yes, sir, I will be sticking around for the really big show. Just pulling into home. Literally turning down the street right now from Michigan. It's good to be home. That's all I got. I'll be around for the big show. Looking forward to it. W8HRF, back to you.
All right, man, I'm glad you made it home safely, and Oklahoma should be reconnected now. So let me go back up the list and grab the Oklahoma guys real quick. K5CFY, this is KD8SLG. You hearing me there, Ray? K5CFY, KD8SLG. Or anybody in Oklahoma. You guys hearing me?
Hang around for the net there.
There's that golden voice in Oklahoma. Thank you, Ray. Got you in there. Going to clear with K5CFY. Who else did I skip over from Oklahoma there? Kelly, KC0LRM. Kelly, did you stick it out until I got you reconnected? All right, I feel like I'm talking to myself tonight. K0KDW, Brad, are you out there, buddy? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Yep, I am here. And I switched over to repeater phone, so hopefully I'll be more solid. But anyhow, we'll be here and getting ready to eat dinner and hopefully not getting bit in the face by something again. I ate lunch earlier, and I think an ant or something bit me above my lip, and it swelled up. It was swollen. K0KDW, back to you, Nick.
All right, man. Yeah, a repeater phone is treating you fine. Let's see. Let me go back up to Josh and Marie. I see a message there that they're reconnected. K8YUG. Josh, you hearing me now?
KD8SLG, this is KE8YUG. Yeah, no, we're hearing you good now. I had to get my numbers there, so I got it going to the backup. Couldn't get it going with the regular one there, so I had to use the backup. But everything sounds good now. Disconnected at the end of the night, and I'll be sticking around. Thanks for picking me back up. K8YUG, back to pre-net control.
All right, man, your secret's safe with me. Shh, I won't tell. I got you and Marie sticking around tonight. Hi, Marie, KF8ANS. I'll say hi to you as well. How are you tonight, Marie?
KD8SLG, this is KF8ANS. Hi, Nick. I appreciate the hello. I'm still getting used to being able to talk back to people that say hi to me, so that's cool that I can say hi back. And yeah, we'll be sticking around for the big show and staying up late looking for it. This is KF8ANS, back to pre-net control.
All right, Marie, I heard you chatting it up there on the repeater chain up by you guys, whatever that thing. I call it the Lenny repeater chain. So good to hear you. Good to hear you out there on the radio, Marie. Going to clear with KF8ANS. I think that takes care of everything I missed when the repeater was not working properly. So let's go talk to W2JLS, see if he's got his dishes done yet. W2JLS, KD8SLG. Are you going to stick around for the big show there, John?
KD8SLG, this is W2JLS. Returning to you, sir. Still in the kitchen, but I have just completed said dishes. My son just returned home, and I'm looking to make some more dishes to clean later. So about to put on some blackened tuna for this boy, and a nice side of a Caesar salad and pizza rolls, pepperoni pizza rolls. So it's kind of healthy for the most part. And yes, stick me on the list there. Unless something comes up, I'll be here to talk to the Squatch. Curious to see if he knows that there's this new fragrance out there named after him. Apparently it's a chick lure of some sort. Anyway, put me on the list, Nick. Back to you.
All right, John, I got you sticking around tonight. Good to hear from you. And pizza rolls sound really yummy about now. Going to clear with W2JLS. This is the W8WKY repeater. You're listening to the BeaconNet. I'm KD8SLG, and next up we have Eddie W3ETV. Eddie W3ETB in Annapolis, Maryland. You sticking around for the big show tonight, Eddie?
Yeah, Nick, if I can talk. First of all, I got to find the cursor. Where the cursor is, it's on 3 or 4 different programs at the same time. So I finally found it and put it on Echolink now. And I'll have to give me something to drink here, maybe have some of that stuff that Josh, actually Eric and I have been talking about, the blue screen. So that might clear my throat up a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I'll be here. W3ETB back to KD8SLG.
Cool, Eddie. And boy, you sound a lot better than you did when you checked in on us with the boredom breaker net this afternoon. I don't know what was going on. You were over-modulating just terribly. Sounding great now, though. Thank you for that. Going to clear with W3ETB. Let's go talk to Andy, AB8MO, KD8SLG. Can you stay up and play trivia tonight, Andy?
I guess so, if I have to. No. Yeah, I'll stick around. Trying to work the country of chat on FT8. So far, it's not working out. 147015, been connected the whole time, so glad to hear everything's been fixed, I think. Back she comes, AB8MO.
I don't know about that, Andy, but I patched it together enough to get through tonight, so hopefully that'll work. Going to clear with AB8MO. I got you sticking around. You don't have to, but I'm glad you are, Andy. I am glad you are. Going to clear with AB8MO. Let's talk to Mark, KG4SCK. I bet he's tired from today's drive. Mark, are you going to stick around for the big show tonight, or are you just here to say hi to the multitudes that miss you?
KD8SLG, KG4SCK here. Multitudes. I love that. Well, Nick, prior to leaving, a storm came through. I picked up on that with lightning and stuff, and it slanted my antenna over to the left, more towards Dave, and I promptly came in and slanted it back to the right, more towards Dustin. Just getting a transmission check there, Nick, and I'm sure Dustin will have a great net, and you can keep an eye on the Oklahoma link, and the wife's already called, so I've snubbed her, and the sand is going through the hourglass on how soon I call her back. So appreciate the signal report, and y'all have a good night. KG4SCK, back to KD8SLG and Prenet.
All right, man. It's good to have you. It's good to have you back in town. But you know what? I completely missed it. Are you sticking around or not? I was laughing at the left and right jokes there. Are you going to stick around, or are we saying goodnight?
We're saying good night, Grace. Good night, Grace. KG4SDK.
Good night, Grace. KG4SDK. Have a good night, Mark. Next up, we got James in North Carolina, KQ4IZV. Welcome to the Beaconnet there, James. You going to stick around and play trivia with us tonight?
KQ4IZV, I will definitely be here tonight. Just kind of chilling out, so nothing better to do. Why not play some trivia, right, guys? Anyway, back to the net, KQ4IZV.
All right, man. Welcome to the show. Glad you're sticking around. I'm going to clear with KQ4IZV. And next up, we've got Mark, KC8FQV. It's not a net until Mark shows up. KC8FQV, KDSLG. You sticking around tonight for trivia, Mark? KC8FQV, KDSLG. Where are you, Mark? Bet you dollars to donuts he starts talking over me in about 2 or 3 seconds. Mark, I know you're out there somewhere. Let's go back out to Tulsa. AI5Q, KDSLG. How's Jairus tonight? Are you going to stay up and play trivia with us? AI5Q, KD8SLG. Jairus, you out there? All right. We're going to not clear with Jairus, who's not there. And let's talk to Nancy. See what Nancy answers. KI5OZZ, this is KD8SLG. Nancy, do you have enough steam left to get through trivia tonight?
KD8SLG, KI5OZZ, the Oz here. Yes, I think I might, but if the rum starts doing the talking, I might cut out early. Hi. But just had to make sure I jumped in there so you weren't batting 1,000 on the no call, no shows. Hi. Anywho, sounding fantastic as usual. I'll let you get back to wrangling the cats, and I'll be sticking around as long as I can. KI5OZZ, back to pre-net control.
All right, Nancy. Dustin's running the big show. I'm sure we'll rattle through before that rum gets too embedded in your skull. Good to hear you, Nancy, and fine business on the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon. Going to clear with KI5OZZ. She's at the bottom of my list. I got 5 minutes left to get some more people in here. This is the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG, and I'm listening.
Don't be freaking, it's Deacon speaking. This is K8MMY. I'm up and at 'em. I got a nap earlier, and I just had dinner. I had like half a tub of Bob Evans mashed potatoes and half a tub of Bob Evans sausage, and so I feel like I'm going to be up for the whole thing, but if you hear me snoring, you know what the deal is. K8MMY.
All right, we got Chris there who's sticking around. KE8MMY. Sounds yummy there, Chris. Anybody else out there? I'm listening.
Okay, I see you got me on the list. So, okay, SFQV.
Kilo Echo 5, November, Charlie Papa, Tom, Tulsa.
So,
Good evening, Just Nick, November Tango 8 Delta, NT8D, Dave and Copley. Just getting home from a gig. I'm going to listen to you on the scanner while I fall asleep, so mark me in and out, please.
Let me grab it here, because I missed one in there, I'm pretty sure. Got Tom, KE5NCP. I got Jeffrey, KE8YCE. Jeffrey, you cut in and out once, but I pulled you in and out of it, I think. And then I got Paul in Maslin. You were very, very quiet. And I'm working on your call sign. I think it's KG7IRJ. Can you confirm that for me, Paul, please? All right, you're way down in the noise there, Paul, but I got you. And last but not least, we got NT8D Dave who's listening on the scanner. We'll lull you to sleep there, Dave. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Getting clear with NT8D. I got 2 minutes left. Anybody else out there want to get in on the list before we start the net?
Hey, I know you got me on the log. Say voice case of QE. Good evening, Nick.
KCNFQV, Mark, I got you on the list. You're in there, buddy. I called for you a couple of times, and now you talked over someone. I can't hear their call sign. So, Mark, you're on the list. Who did I just miss there? Please come back.
Was KB8LNK. Will be in and out.
All right, I got KB8LNK there, and Steve and Illyria, you just got washed over. I want to say it's KF8ANT, but I just want to confirm that before I guess. Was that you, Steve?
Roger that. That is a great guess. KF8ANT. Thank you.
All right there, Steve. I got you in there, man. That's a milestone when I can start recognizing your voices there. Awesome. All right. We got 45 more seconds. I got time for one more. Who wants to get in under the wire? All right. Nothing heard. I'd like to thank everybody who checked in with me here on the pre-net tonight. Sorry for the technical snafu there that buried us for a few minutes. That's why we work in teams, so that someone can do that while someone else talks, but I got double dutied on it tonight, so there you go. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Take it away.
All right there, Nick. Thank you. And, well, I sure hope that more people want to talk to me than wanted to talk to you there. Hi. I'm going to break for time here real quick. All right, good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. All right, we're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters throughout the country, so we ask that you keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything you have to say, and please let the repeater drop so all the links can reset also. All right, before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
All right, good. Not hearing any emergency or priority traffic stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show. I'd like to check into the beacon net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec KE8 BHQ Benjamin Mobile.
All right, well, I'll take them one at a time. I got Ben there, KBHQ. Good evening, my friend. We got you there in the mobile. We'll get right back to you. Do we have any other check-ins? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Nick did a pretty good job getting the pre-show there, so let's go up here and get our trivia and get things on the road here. K8QWE, Mike, our trivia master for the evening. How you doing?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. I am good. Okay, this is a pretty easy question. Many U.S. hams participate in a national program to help provide reports and warnings for storms and tornadoes, not limited to ham radio operators. What is the name of this program? A. Winlink. B. Races. C. Aries. D. Skywarn. Again, many U.S. hams participate in a national program to help provide reports and warnings for storms and tornadoes, not limited to ham operators. What is the name of this program? A. Winlink. B. Races. C. Aries. D. Skywarn. I'll go ahead and put this in the blue screen. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EBC.
All right, thank you very much there, Michael. We're going to think about that for a minute, and while we do, we're going to go down here and we're going to get our alternate trivia from Miss Lucy, K8YUK. Good evening. What do you have for us?
Good evening, BeaconNet. This is K8YUK with your alt trivia. Here it is. When people think of the novel War and Peace, they tend to imagine a large tome. How many pages was the first edition of the book? Is it A, 589, B, 973, C, 1,225, or D, 1,837? Again, when people think of the novel War and Peace, they tend to imagine a large tome. How many pages was the first edition of the book? Is it A, 589, B, 973, C, 1,220, or D, 1,837. Good luck, everybody. KE8YUK, back to KD8 EPC.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Thanks so much for doing the alternate trivia there, and we're going to think about that for a minute. And in the meantime, let's see what we've got for mobile stations here. Looks like we've only got the one, and we're going to go way to the end here, and we're going to talk to K8BHQ. Ben, how you doing?
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, just driving home from work, soaking wet, but looking forward to the meeting tomorrow. For trivia, I'm going to go with Delta for the primary and Bravo for the secondary. That's about all I've got, so I'll give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben. Well, great to have you with us. And, yeah, me and Morgan will both be at the meeting tomorrow, so we look forward to seeing you there. All right, we got you out for Delta and Bravo. Let's see here. I think that's all of our mobiles in short time, so let's go all the way back up here to the top. And let's talk to Josh, K8YUG. Good evening. How you doing?
KD8 EPC, this is KE8YUG. Good evening, Dustin. Great hearing you, and looking forward to the net. I'll do the trivia to start it off. I'm going to go for the first one, main trivia, I'm going to go D Delta, and for the alternate, I'm going to go B Bravo. So D Delta, B Bravo, and yeah, we made it through the storms, everything like that. I think we got kind of a little lucky up here, you know, at Avon Lake. Not going to complain, but it came down a little bit there, a little windy and stuff, but no tornadoes or anything. I was watching that all day, so that was good. Yeah, it was a good day, busy day, lots of meetings, lots and lots of meetings. It's must be meeting season. They're just cramming them up in there, but we'll get through it and chug along the week. But yeah, I'm going to be playing some Fallout Tactics. I got that successfully installed on the Windows XP machine, so I'm going to probably play some of that. Maybe tonight, if not tomorrow, but I got it installed. That's the main thing. So I'm going to enjoy the net, enjoy the night. I'll say 73. Send it back to you. K8YUG, back to net.
All right, Joshua, great to hear you out there tonight. We got you on for Delta and Bravo there, and you enjoy playing the game there, and always a pleasure. I'll tell you, I was out in Middleburg Heights, and there was really no storm or rain to speak of. A couple of claps of lightning and a little bit of rain, but that was basically it. So there you go. We'll say 73, and that brings me down to Marie now. KF8 ANS. Good evening.
This is KF8 ANS. Good evening, Dustin, and everybody else, and everybody listening. First, I'm going to go into trivia for the main one. I'm going to go with D Delta. For the alternate, B Bravo. So D Delta, B Bravo. So it rained a bunch today. Kind of windy over here. I don't know, possibly because of by the lake so much. We get a little extra on the wind, a little more rain. Kind of so it seemed like buckets. So I've been playing the Switch lately. I got this game, Princess Peach Showtime, and you go into different like movies and stuff. So tonight I was a Princess Peach detective, and I ran around with like a magnifying glass, like investigating things and using my intuition. That was kind of fun. So other than that, I worked on my first Sudoku problem. Seemed like a whole page full of problems. So we just did 1 through 9 over and over again on the problem. I got my Explorer review today. I'm going to break. Oh yes, I got my Explorer radio in the mail today from UPS. It was cool getting it finally. I got to read the programming manual and all the instructions, and I'm working on getting it programmed up, and it sounds pretty good. We'll test it out later on the different channels and stuff. That'll be fun. So 73 to all. This is KF8 ANS. Back to net.
All right there, Marie. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We got you out for Delta and Bravo there, and enjoy that new radio for sure. All right, let's go down and back over to Tulsa and talk to K5CFY, Mr. Ray, one of the wonderful net controllers for the Boredom Breaker net. How you doing this evening, Ray?
88 EPC in the net, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Dustin. Thanks for doing the net there, and great job on the Boredom Breaker net. You and Nancy knocked it out of the park today, so thank you guys for doing that. I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie, just to be different, but anyway, Delta on the first one, Charlie on the second one. Thanks for running the net there, and everybody up there that puts it on, we definitely appreciate the Beacon net, and I'll say 73, K5CFY.
All right, K5CFY. We got you out for Delta and Charlie there, Ray, and no problem. We always enjoy our first hour Wednesday there, and it was nice to hear Nancy's second hour. I heard her still going, try to get in there several times, and just got stepped on, and et cetera there. So great to hear you out there. Thanks for doing the login in the second hour, and we look forward to catching you in there real soon. That brings me down to Ed now, WB8EKV. How you doing?
There you go. We're not doing too bad today. See, WB8EKV is here. And let's see. First of all, I guess the main trivia there, we're going to go with the D Delta, and on the secondary one, I'll copy the other people. Bravo. I don't know the answer, and I'm kind of copying what I've heard. Seems like there's a lot of B's in there. So Delta and Bravo on the trivia. Say, we'll say good evening. Let's say good evening to everybody listening onto the net there and all that stuff. Good evening to Dustin over there. And so on. No real traffic here. I guess we're doing not too bad. We're still making it each day so far. That's all I can say on that one. And we'll turn it back to net control. WB8GKV.
All right there, Ed. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We got you down for Delta and Bravo there. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's go talk to Miss Jeannie now. KC3QND, good evening. Try that again. KC3QND, Miss Jeannie, are you there?
Evening, Dustin. I'm going to go with, I think it was D for Skyward. And I don't know what the trivia question was. I think I missed it. I was busy here. But anyway, how have you been? You sound good. Everybody sounds good on the radio tonight. The sun finally came back and the storms went away. So that made me happy, happy, happy. So with that, back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Miss Jeannie. Well, we can't complain too much. We're having another good beacon net and having a good time doing it. So we're glad to have you with us tonight. All is well in the world here. And, boy, I hope things are well there. Sounds like they are. Make sure you tell Pete we said hello. And you give Mr. Wilson a scratch on the ears there. And we'll have to try to get together soon and have a meal or something. It's been a long time since I got to see you and Pete. So we'll say 73. And that's going to bring me down to Tom now. K88MNT. Good evening, Tom. What do you got for us?
K88EPC. This is K88MNT. Well, good evening, Dustin, and everybody else on the net this evening. Well, let me go with the WAGs. Wild, you-know-what guesses. And the first one, I'm going to go with Delta. And I'm going to go with Charlie on the second one and cross my fingers. Let's see. Nothing really too much going on here. We had some serious weather go through like almost everybody else did. We had about 25-mile-an-hour winds up to that a couple of times this evening. Then it died down and things calmed down now. So I was able to reconnect all my antennas. This was pretty bad there. On a little bit lighter tone, I would sing NT8D a lullaby to help put him to sleep tonight. But I'm afraid if I did that, I'd probably give him a nightmare. So I won't. So with that, I'm going to turn everything back over to the super duper capable hands of KD8EPC from K8MNT.
All right there, Tom. Well, you know what? We might want to stick around and listen to that lullaby. Hi. We got you down for Delta and Charlie there. We're going to say 73. And now we're going to go over here to KC0LRM back in Oklahoma. Kelly, how you doing?
KD8 EPC, are you hearing me okay here on the Echolink? Because Nick couldn't hear me earlier on my radio, so I jumped back on the Echolink. Everything's doing pretty good here. Let me give you my trivia answer. I think I'm going to go with just D and D, just to make it simple. Things going pretty great here, and nice to hear everybody on here tonight. And that's about all I got. Thanks for running the net, and I'll let you get on down the list there, because hopefully get some more check-ins here pretty soon. I know that link being down, probably run a few away, but hopefully they'll come. So maybe some of them will come back. All right, back to you, Dustin. Once again, like I said, thanks for running that. Everybody have a good evening.
All right there, Kelly. We got you on for Double D's this evening, and great to hear you with us tonight. Boy, there was something else I was going to say to you, but I don't remember what it was. So with that, I'm just going to say 73 for now. Thanks as always, for joining us, and I look forward to hearing you again soon. Let's jump back on over to my neck of the woods and talk to W8HRF. Josh, how you doing?
KD8 EPC and the beacon at W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin. Good evening to everybody on the net. Let's get trivia out of the way. For the first one, I'm going to go with Skywarn. For the alternate, oh man, I'm just going to go with D. I'm going to go with Delta. So Delta and Delta for me as well. Made it back home all right. Yeah, we had when I was up in Michigan, the weather was coming through, I think around 3 o'clock. So just waited until 4:30 to leave, and it was all passed by then. And it was ahead of me on the drive home. So it was a pretty uneventful drive, which was nice. There was one slowdown on the turnpike. It went down to 1 lane, but it wasn't too bad. I don't have too much else besides that. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm working on a workbench outside for the garage. Since it's just a 1-car garage, I'm trying to make it a foldable workbench that can fold up against the wall. So I'm going to build 1, maybe 2 of those, and see where it goes. Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow. We will be there, I believe. Yeah, we'll be there. So looking forward to seeing everybody. W8HRF, back to net control. Thanks for running the net, Dustin.
All right, looking forward to seeing you all at the meeting tomorrow. We will be there also. We got you out for Delta and Delta, and I'll tell you what, I've got some cinder blocks and a thick piece of plywood, and it makes one heck of a workbench. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and that's going to bring me over to Missouri, and we're going to talk to Brad, KA0KDW. I got you out for Delta and Bravo. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to hope RF is working, because for whatever reason, repeater phone was just a dead carrier. That was odd. But anyhow, hope everyone's doing well. Waiting on my chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Got a doctor's appointment going on, and gonna go get groceries, because I just ate my last slice of ham, and all I have left now is a single breakfast bowl. So I need to go to the grocery store. Because unfortunately, food don't show up on its own. I wish it did. But anyhow, there's my thought of Dave & Buster's. That's why I went with that. Anyhow, I'll have to figure out. Well, now that I'm done talking anyway, I don't need a repeater phone. So anyhow, hope everyone's doing well. Have a great weekend, and we'll be listening to the rest of the net. Have a good evening, Dustin. K0KDW.
W8WKY.
All right, KA0KDW. Well, Brad, great to have you with us, and I'll tell you what, you just go to the store there, buy a bunch of cans of Spam and canned bread, and you'll be good to go for the foreseeable future. Hi. Great to have you with us. Glad you figured out that wasn't working and got it figured out there. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and that's going to bring me back over to my neck of the woods again, and we're going to talk to John, W2JLS. How you doing?
EPC. This is W2JLS out here in Fairlawn, buddy. Good evening on your ears. I was asking Nick earlier, and maybe you can fill us all in. I see there's this new fragrance out there called Squatch. I don't know if they've approached you to be a spokesperson. Apparently that stuff it's supposed to be a lady killer. When a guy puts that on, they come a-running. Apparently it's like love potion number 9 kind of effect on the fairer sex. So if you're not involved with it, you might look into it. They might need a spoke squatch or something. Anyway, interesting trivia questions tonight. I'm still on Echolink. Just finished up dinner with my son and Erica, and I'm couch-bound. The Victor Lima Charlie awaits. The trivia question, the first one, I'm going to say Skywarn, I think was the correct choice there, and the War and Peace is a wild guess for sure on my part. I have to confess I've never even read it, but remember it being a thick one. I don't know how many. I'm going to go kind of counter to the trend here and say B, just as a guess. Back to you, Dustin. Thanks for having me, buddy. Good hearing you tonight.
All right there, John. Well, glad to hear you out there tonight. We got your answers down, and boy, I'll tell you what. As much as I'd like to get involved with that, I've already got a contract to sell pictures of the Squatch feet. Hi. So there you go. We'll say 73T. Have a great night, John, and enjoy your time on the VLC. Well, let's jump on over to Annapolis, Maryland now and talk to Eddie, W3ETV. How are you?
Yeah, hi, Dustin. Yeah, we did twice in one day again. And I apologize if I was coming on hot on the microphone there this morning. I don't know what was going on there because I use Echolink on my cell phone when I'm in the car, and it doesn't do that. So I think probably what it was is I was in the yard, and I probably figured I had to yell. So that's probably what it was. Because I checked the mic gain, and the mic gain hasn't changed. So it's the same as I've been using before. So it had to be the fact that I was probably yelling. And I think it was right before the bees attacked me. So I was probably yelling and running and doing somersaults and everything else at the same time. So, but anyway, I did get the fig tree all cleaned up and straightened out. So now I can actually walk around it. Need to trim some off the top because it's kind of gotten out of, really it's been growing like crazy. We had one when we were on the Eastern Shore, and that thing got to be about 25 foot tall because we never really went over on the Eastern Shore except on the weekends. And usually when we went over there to try to mow the grass, it was always raining. So we didn't get over there that often. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and go with D and D, make it real simple. So Delta and Delta will be my answers for the trivia, and I'll let you go ahead and get down the list. W3PD, back to net.
Right there, Eddie. Well, we got you on for double D's this evening, and I'll tell you what. Yeah, I don't know exactly what you were doing earlier, but it was way overdriven, and you sound 100 times better now. So glad to have you with us this evening, my friend. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right. AB8MO is next on the list here in the land of snow, maple syrup. Andy, take it away.
All right, this is AB8MO. I think the lone user on 147015. Well, just been working a little of the fake radio mode here on HF, known as FT8. Which is not real ham radio. Just like sideband isn't real ham radio. And a lot of stuff over the decades that have been declared not real ham radio. So there. Okay. Looks like just Nick worked his black magic and Oklahoma's connected, and Jarris is picking his brain on the blue screen. So anyway, didn't have any disruption here, which was great. So I had no idea how the chaos was going on Allstar. So had some storms this afternoon. Wasn't too bad. There was a tornado warning that was spawned for northern Portage County near Garrettsville, which is probably only about 10 miles to my south. But we had some heavy rain and a few rumbles of thunder, and that was it. So fortunately, all the severe weather detoured us. So just let me know, Dustin, when you want to get together. I'm just leaving it in your court. Lily says hello, by the way, in case you didn't hear. And let's see here. So I'm going to go with Skywarn, whatever the answer that was. I think it was D Delta, and I don't think anybody has answered A Alpha on Lucy's alternate trivia. So I'm going to make it. Let's see here. Let's see. We've got a lot of Bravos and Deltas. Oh, we have a Charlie. So there we go. So somebody will be a guaranteed winner. Back to you there, Sir Squatchy. KD8EPC, this is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, we'll figure out a time to get together here sooner than later. It's been too long. But I got you down for Delta and Alpha this evening. I'm going to say 73 to you, and we'll say hi to Lily, give her a scratch on the ears, too. And that brings you over to North Carolina here to KQ4IZV. James, how you doing?
This is KQ4IZV. How you doing, Dustin? Things are going good here tonight. Just kind of relaxing now with the animals and getting ready to hit the bed here in about, I don't know, hour and a half or so. Get up and do it again in the morning. So, other than that, trivia, Delta, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'm probably going to go with C. So, Delta is my first, and secondary is Charlie. That's about all I have for net, and back to you with KQ4IZV. Out.
All right there, James. We got you down for a Delta and Charlie this evening. We're going to say 73 to you, and that brings me over to KC8 Fox Queen Victor. Mark, take it away. FQV, Mark, take it away.
Here. Well, I'm going to say Skywarn Delta, and the other one's going to be Charlie. So, KSFQV, I'm going to say Delta and Charlie. Delta, Skywarn, and then Charlie, and the alternative. And, yeah, I just seen on TV, Wyndham, like Andy said, they had an alert, and yeah, they had a touchdown. There was damage done in there. The turnpike was brought to a stop. As we all know, when the winds get howling on the turnpike, they don't even really like to have the semis on there. Empty trailer ones and high-profile stuff. But there was no way you could do that there because it was a pop-up. So, we'll send it back to net, KSFQV.
W8WKY.
All right there, Mark. We got your answers down, and we'll say 73 to you for now. That's going to bring me over to my good friend Jarris, AI5Q. Good evening. Take it away.
KDA EPC in the net, AI5Q here. In the blue screen and the net logger screen, so I'm not watching the dashboard. Anyway, let's see. You already got my trivia answers, Delta and Charlie. That's what I read them and came up with answers really quick because that's what I do. I try and answer them as quick as I can, but I was a little distracted when the net started and when the trivia started because I was on the phone with my mom. my goddaughter is having her first communion, not this weekend, but next weekend, and I was conferring with her and making sure that we were not going to get her the same gift, because there's only so many Catholic paraphernalia gift ideas out there, you know what I mean? So, anyway, she is not getting Lily the same thing that I'm getting her, so that's a good thing. And yeah, I got to hear you on the net. I was out at lunch. I got to hear the last 5 minutes of your net, Dustin. I got to hear most of Nancy's net, but there was so much doubling, tripling, and quadrupling on Nancy's net, I just didn't even try to get in. I probably should have, since she ran it half an hour long, but Nancy, I know you're up next and you're listening. I'm sorry I didn't get in on your net, but you did a great job. Appreciate you doing it. I just felt like there's enough train wrecks out there I didn't need to add to them. So, plus I was busy at work. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later, and have a great night. AI 5Q, back to net.
All right there, Jairus. Well, great to hear you this evening, and boy, sorry we missed you today, but you know what? Just listening's all right. I tried to get in there with Nancy a number of times, probably 4 or 5, and just couldn't get through. Kept getting stepped on. They didn't hear me, so there you go. But it was interesting to listen to. I didn't have the internet, so I couldn't go try to check in on the blue screen. But we got that issue resolved this evening, so we're good there. We're gonna say 73 to you, and glad you went first, because this next one might brick the whole net up. KI5OZZ, the briquette. Miss Nancy, take it away.
KD8 EPC and the rest of the Beacon netizens, good evening from KI5OZZ, the Oz. First off, my answers are going to be Delta and Bravo, respectively, for the trivia. And I was delighted to run the Boredom Breaker this afternoon. It was wonderful to be able to talk to especially the Ohio folks, and it's truly a pleasure to hear you guys come through on the Boredom Breaker net here in Oklahoma. But good to snoop out a couple of spots that I might not have otherwise been aware of with the question I asked today. But good to hear you in there. And sorry you weren't able to make it in. I was overwhelmed a couple of times with those train wrecks, and well, between Ray and I, we got them sorted. So there you have it. I'll let you get back to the rest of the cats out there. Have a great evening, and 73 to all y'all from KI5OZZ, the Oz. Back to net control.
All right there, Miss Nancy. Well, it was just great to hear everybody checking in with you, and you get to talk to all your friends from Ohio and abroad, too. And, you know, my favorite spot there is El Patron, and you know all about that spot. You've been there at least once, maybe a couple of times. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and we're going to go down here to, actually, I think I missed your trivia answers. Miss Nancy, would you come back one more time with your trivia answers, please?
You betcha, Dustin. Delta for the primary and Bravo for the secondary. KI5OZZ.
All right, Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ, thanks so much for that. And don't be a stranger. It's so great to have you here on the Beacon Net. We're going to say 73. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Next on my list is K8MMY. Chris, how you doing?
I am living in the lap of luxury. Thank you for asking. KE8MMY here. So before I get to the trivia, do you know what Saturday is? Know what Saturday is? Do you know what Saturday is?
Well, I don't, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me anyway.
You're intuitive as well as good looking. Saturday is the first box hunt for the Norse group. up here in the northern part of Ohio, and we are going to be in the North Ridgeville, right across the street from the North Ridgeville Library on Bainbridge Road and 83. We're going to be there at 11 o'clock. The park is called South Central Park. Of course, you can find all that information on the NORS.net. So for the trip, thank you for that little shameless self-promotion. The trivia, I'm going to go with D for Skywarn, and then I'm really intrigued. I can't wait to hear the answer for the book, because I think that there was a clue in there, the first edition. So I'm going to guess answer C, which I think was 1,225 pages, somewhere around there. So those are my two answers, and thank you very much. You're doing an awesome job with the net tonight. I kind of like the back and forth. It's like watching a badminton game. It's pretty awesome. Thank you very much. KE8MMY.
All right there, Chris, we got you on for Delta and Charlie, and I've got to know, do I show up with the 12 gauge, the 22, the 410? Do I maybe bring something chambered in 5.56? How tough is this Fox?
I would go with a nice over-under 22 410, because, you know, it kind of gives you a few options there. But it is going to be contained within the South Central Park, which is, I don't know, it's maybe 10 or 12 blocks square. So it's a good, decent-sized park, but you can walk from one side of it to the other in less than 5 minutes. So it's not going to exhaust anyone. It's usually a pretty fun event. We take the entrance off of Route 83, which is just south of the library, and we'll have signs out. So thank you for asking. And I was told not to call it a squatch hunt, or else you might not show up. So it's a fox hunt this time. This time, maybe.
Well, I mean, if you guys really want to have a squatch hunt, I can turn on the APRS and start driving. So that could be a little bit fun, but there you go. We'll unfortunately be working that day, all day long, but we'll be thinking about you guys, and I hope you have a great time. Chris, thanks again for the announcement, and we'll say 73 to you for now. Let's see, we're going to go back to Oklahoma now and talk to Tom, KE5NCP. How you doing?
Good evening, Dustin, KD8EPC and the net, KE5NCP. Well, doing good over here this evening, Dustin. Been enjoying listening to everybody and all the things that's going on, and especially watching the blue screen. That's always a bunch of fun. Anyway, just want to mention that it was nice seeing Nick and Sandy at the Hamfest there and meeting them. And I saw where Nick made her drive all the way to Waco in the wind there on Sunday before he let her park it. So I don't know, Sandy. I believe I'd have pulled it over about the Red River down there by the casino or somewhere like that. I think it'd been a lot more fun. Anyway, with that said, oh gosh, it's always fun seeing everybody at Hamfest. So that's what we've been doing down this way. For the trivia, I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie. Delta and Charlie. I could see Delta and Bravo, but yeah, I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie, and we'll see what that gets us. Anyway, 73 to everybody on the net, KE5NCP, Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
All right there, Tom. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and always a pleasure to hear you out there, my friend. We're going to say 73, and we've got you down for Delta and Charlie. Let's go over to Jeffrey now, KE8YCE. Good evening. Take it away. All right, one more time there, KE8YCE. Jeff, are you there?
right. If that was you trying to get in, you weren't quite making it, try to get a better spot and give us a recheck. Let's jump on down to the next one, KG7IRJ. Paul, if you're out there, take it away.
Okay, Dustin, I hope you can hear me. I was doing stuff during the trivia, so they'll answer that unless you want to give me some of these EMP, none of the above type thing. Okay. Anyway, just killing time over here. Seeing what's going on. KG7IRJ, Nashville.
Right there, Paul. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to hear you. And, boy, your audio was a little bit light, but I did manage to catch most of what you said there. So I'll say 73, and it's going to bring me over to Steve now. KF8ANT, take it away.
KD8EPC, KF8ANT, good evening, Justin. I'm sorry, good evening, Dustin. What a faux pas that was. For trivia, I will go with Delta and Bravo. That's about all I got to say. 73 to everyone. Enjoy the rest of the week. I'll go back to net control, KF8ANT.
All right, buddy. KF8ANT, Steve, we're going to say 73 to you. And we'll catch you down the log there. We got you out for Delta and Bravo. All right, Ben, KEPHQ is in and out. We talked to him already. He was mobile, so we'll see him at the meeting. That brings me down to Cibolo now in the Cibolo invasion. KG5SYC, Miss Sandy, how you doing?
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Net. We're doing good here. We did recover. I put in the blue screen. I wanted to get past Dallas, but I didn't want to get that far past Dallas. But it was like where the casino was that we were going to pull off. It would have been a long ways down and a backtrack backwards in order to stay there. And then we would have had to drive all the way back down the road to come back up on the road that we needed to get back on the road to home. Does that make any sense? Nah, probably not. But at any rate, we had a good time in Oklahoma. Really enjoyed, as much as you pick on Alan, he's a pretty good dude. And I can't say that Ray and Grant and all those didn't step up to the plate. They was out there helping us with the RV and all that. Nick kind of elaborated on that part because him and Grant went out on a venture ride. But nonetheless, we survived. And we watched the grandbabies the last couple of days, so there you go. Trivia. Well, might as well go with DC because that's what it is, DC. So that's my trivia. And I guess we'll let Nickelodeon give you some feedback on the rest of it. This is KG5SYC, back to net control.
All right there, Miss Sandy. Well, thanks so much for stopping by and joining us. We got you down for Delta and Charlie. And, boy, those Oklahoma folks sure are great. They were more than accommodating when we went down there for our trip, me, Wade, and Russ last year, a couple years ago. It was a great time. I'm glad you got to meet them all. So we'll say 73, and that's going to bring me over to Nickelodeon now. KF580E, take it away.
This is KF580E, Nickelodeon. Good evening, all in the net and the netizens that are out there. I've got a bit of a allergenic cough, so I hope it won't erupt on me. But at any rate, I definitely have got to work on my communication skills because I've been a communicator pretty much all my career of the Air Force. And one of the things that we have as a pun is communicators cannot communicate. It's just a well-known fact that they don't talk to one another, and they don't get their message across very well. So there you go. With that, I've got to talk to my spouse a little bit more. I know she wanted to go further, but I couldn't find really anything that was accommodating for us without being off to the left, off to the right by almost 20 miles. And ahead of me was 20 miles to where we went ahead and stopped off. Well, I guess maybe a little bit more than 20 miles. Okay, I'll give it. It was 50. It was 50 miles more down the road, but I just, well, it is what it is. I got her through it, or maybe she got herself through it, really, because she's a good trooper. I've always loved her, always will love her, and she sometimes drives me crazy while she's driving the RV. So, at any rate, we do have that. So with that, I guess I'll let it go, and I'm going to need a little bit of help. I'm going to sit there and say it's going to be, I believe, Delta and Delta. Make it easy on myself because we'll go with both of those, Delta and Delta. So with that, I guess I'll turn it back to y'all. Have a good evening, all. Hopefully we'll get on the afternoon border breaker net, but we just get the little ones running around here, and it gets kind of hard for us to get on the network. But with that, KF5AD 73, y'all. Do appreciate it. We're back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Well, we got you on for Delta and Delta, and so glad you had a good time with Oklahoma there. And, sometimes you just got to drive that extra little bit for a good place that's accommodating. So we'll say 73T, and this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
This is Whiskey 7 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. Whiskey 7 Echo Foxtrot Sierra. Tony in Central Washington.
Kilo KI5UIF, Kilo India 5, Uniform India Foxtrot. This is Larry up by the Port of Catoosa, Oklahoma. Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo Mike, Scott in Elyria, Mobile.
All right, we got several there. We have W7EFS Tony, we have KI5UIF Larry, and I have K8ZRM Scott in the mobile. Scott, take it away.
W8WKY.
Roger, I just, usually I'm in Mansfield, I hit the Doyle's repeater, and I figured I'd just stop in the Elyria repeater sometimes in the area and see if anything came up, and yes, it did. So I was just giving a shout out, checking in, and hope everybody's having a good night. Everybody's trying to stay dry, and the winds weren't too bad on you. And that's all I got. This is KE8ZRM 73, and everybody have a good night.
All right there, Scott. Yeah, Elyria is linked in for all the beacon nets there, and we do appreciate that. So thanks for stopping by, and glad to have you with us. We'll say 73. Hey, do you happen to hear our trivia questions? If I want to give them a shot? All right, nothing heard there. We'll say 73 to you, Scott, and let's go back up to W7EFS. Tony, how you doing?
Oh, thank you. It's very pleasant to hear everybody this evening. Well, this evening here, it's probably a little later where you all are at. But that there was a trivia question. I guess I didn't hear that. May I ask, please?
Certainly, Tony. We have two. We have a main one and an alternate, so I'll have them both read for you if you stand by for just a minute. Let's go back up to KEQWE. Mike, would you please reread us the main trivia question?
Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Whiskey Echo. Okay, the question is, many U.S. hams participate in a national program to help provide reports and warnings for storms and tornadoes. Not limited to ham operators, what is the name of this program? A. Winlink, B. Races, C. Aries, D. Skywarn. Many U.S. hams participate in a national program to help provide reports and warnings for storms and tornadoes. And not limited to ham operators, what is the name of this program? A. Winlink, B. Races, C. Aries, D. Skywarn. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you so much, sir, Mike. Now let's go to Miss Lucy, KYUK. Go ahead there with the alternate trivia, please.
KD8 EPC, this is KE8YUK. Here is your alt trivia. When people think of the novel War and Peace, they tend to imagine a large tome, a tome being a book. How many pages was the first edition of the book? Was it A, 589, B, 973, C, 1,225, or D, 1,837? So again, when people think of the novel War and Peace, they tend to imagine a large tome. How many pages is the first edition of the book? A, 589, B, 973, C, 1,225, or D, 1,837. Good luck, everybody. KE8YUK, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you so much, sir, Miss Lucy. Let's go back over to Tony now. W7EFS, take it away.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, interesting stuff. I happen to be a National Weather Service Skywarn net control operator for several years. And so the first one is Delta. And the auxiliary one, the War and Peace novel, I guess I should qualify the question better. Is that printed both sides of the page? No, I would say 973, but I don't know that for a fact. Back to you, sir, and then I have one short story to tell.
Right there, Tony. Well, we got your answers down, and go ahead there with your story.
My note had to tell me who I was there. Today I had another very pleasant experience with Whiskey 7 November Yankee. W7NY, and if you go to his QRZ page, he's got a link to his YouTube channel there, and he's flying a Piper Cherokee PA-28-140, and he has cameras mounted both inside and under the port side wing. So he's filming while he's flying around, and he's also contacting ham operators on the 2-meter contact frequency, 146.52 simplex with no tone. And it's just very, very pleasant to speak with him again. Just a very, very interesting guy. And his YouTube channel, which you can find on his QRZ page, W7NY, is his QRZ page. He posted a video from 2 days ago that he took flying around one of these snow-covered volcanoes in the Northwest and talking to ham radio operators during this flight. So he's got both the video and the audio posted there. Just wonderful fun to have with the radio. Aeronautical mobile, he calls it. So anyway, just something to suggest if people need something to do for fun. W7EFS, back to you, sir, and I'll go ahead and clear out.
All right there, Tony. Well, we'll give that a checking out, and that is pretty interesting that he flies around there recording video and talking ham radio. So there you are. We got you on for Delta and Bravo. We're going to say 73, and that's going to bring me over to Larry, KI5 UIF. Take it away.
It's KI5 UIF up here just north of the Port of Catoosa in Oklahoma, about 15 miles northeast of Tulsa. Just about 15 miles outing here with Puppy Dog. Had to let him out, get a little air and do his business. What we call it a night. Beautiful night. Stars up and moon out. Just having a nice evening. Back to you, KI5 UIF.
All right there, Larry. We're glad to have you with us. We'll say 73 to you for now there, and we'll talk to you again there real soon. All right, let's go over and talk to Mac now, KI5 RFI, our representative from Arkansas. How you doing? All right, let's try again here. KI5 RFI, Mac, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Network at the bottom of the list. If looking for check-ins, please call now. All right, wow, nothing heard. Let's give one more call here for Mac, KI5 RFI. Mac, are you there? Nothing heard there. Let's go talk to the net control team. Let's start with KD8SLG. Just Nick, take it away.
KD8EPZ, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin and all the Beacon netizens. I went with double D's for tonight's questions. I think the first edition is probably the less edited version. So there you go. And Skywarn, I don't think anyone has not gotten that one tonight. Let me look down the list there. Yeah, everybody's gone Delta on the first one. Thank you, Mike. Let's see. Club meeting tomorrow night. I hope to see a bunch of all y'all there, and it should be a good time as always. Don't forget we meet up at Casa Nuestra at 5 o'clock-ish for dinner before the meeting. All are welcome. I'm going to be there in abbreviated fashion tomorrow night. A couple of us are going up to the Legion Hall to do some measuring and excavating, if you will, for field day. So that'll be going on, and I will be doing some recruiting for field day tomorrow night. So there's definitely a few of you there I need to talk to. That's all I got tonight. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Well, thanks for joining us, and should be fun. Field day will be here before you know it. Give me Delta and Bravo there. Let's go see what Nick at Night's doing. KEQKO, how are you?
KD8EPC, KEQKO. Hello, Dustin. Hello, Nick. Sorry I missed you on the pre-show. I think I got in right after you called me. But it was a long night. Went to, my son had a middle school band performance, so I went there and finally got home. We went and got some ice cream with the family and stuff afterwards, but finally got home and sat down about, 9:32 or 9:33. I've been sitting here listening to that. Glad to hear everybody on here. And put me down for Delta and Alpha. I think that's going to be my guess. And yeah, that's really all I have going on tonight. With that, I'll pass it back to you, Dustin. KE8QKO.
All right there, Nick. Thanks so much for joining us. Good to hear you, my friend, and I hope your hand is doing better there. Let's go over to Eric now. KE8BZA, how you doing?
KE8EBC in the group. This is KE8VZA. Doing all right, Dustin. Hope you are too. Good to hear everybody tonight on the net. I was kind of surprised that this is the first time in a while that we've had no Cornwaldo beam related option on the alt trivia. I guess it has happened, but it's been a little while. But good question. So I am also going to go with Delta and Delta for the double D combo. And let's see, what else? Looking forward to seeing everybody at the Sarah Club meeting tomorrow night. I won't be able to make it to Casa Nuestra this time, though, but maybe some other time, but I will be at the meeting. So with not much else going on here, so with that, I will turn it back to you, Dustin, KE8VZA.
All right there, Eric. Well, great to hear you. We got you on for double D's, and we look forward to seeing you at the meeting. And, you know, if you're not going to make the Mexican restaurant, you have to bring cookies for everybody. Hi. No, we're going to say 73T, Eric. Thanks again, and we'll catch you down the log. I'm going to go over to Miss Lucy real quick, K8YUK, and I just want your answer to the main trivia there, Miss Lucy.
Roger that. I'm going to go with Skywarn, which I believe is D. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much there, Lucy. Let's go over to Mike now, K8QWE. Give us your comments, let everything drop, and give us the trivia answer. Take it away.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. With the alternate trivia, I'm going to go with D. I really don't know, but I know that there's one big book. Oh, what have I been up to today? Well, I got my tax stuff pretty well wrapped up. Well, it's never really done. There's always seems like there's something going on, but I'm at least at a null. Been fighting with Roadrunner email for some reason. It's sluggish. It doesn't work right. It's just messed up. At first, I thought it was the Outlook I have on my computer, but if I go into it directly through the internet, it's still bad. So I don't know. I might have to go ahead and start using something else. I've had this account for a very, very long time. But hey, that is life. Let's see. Today I went to the gun shop, and of course I didn't leave empty-handed, and then I got home and did some odds and ends around here. Okay, I'll let this thing drop. Okay, the question was, many U.S. hams participate in the national program to help provide reports and warnings for storms and tornadoes. Not limited to ham operators, what is the name of this program? A, Winlink, B, Races, C, Aries, D, Skywarn. And of course, the answer is D, Skywarn. There's an awful lot of the classes offered, and that with the weather that we have around here, I think it's very appropriate. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and good night. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8EPC.
All right there, Mike. We're going to say 73, and thanks for doing the trivia and the answer there of D. Mike, did we get your alternate trivia answer? Or wait, I think we got it there. Let me make sure, though. All right there. Let's go down here to K8YUK, Miss Lucy. Give us your comments, then break and give us the alternate answer.
KD8ABC, this is KD8YUK. I'm going to pause, make sure I got it. I don't want to drop any repeaters. Alright, I heard the little crackle after the beep, so I think I'm good. Hi, everybody. I tried also to make it into the Boredom Breaker net, so wave a hand to Nancy and, of course, the Ohio team, but I could not make it happen. However, I was in the car with my mom. We kind of took off. We left Betty with my dad and all of the people my mom takes care of with my dad, and we booked it to Petiti's and got to look at plants, and she absolutely spoiled me. Any plant I looked at even once was suddenly mine, which was amazing. And I'm very, very grateful for her and the time I got to spend with her. And also the beautiful plants that I got with her generosity. And I'm very proud of myself. She liked a plant, but it was really, really too expensive for what it was to us. But as she was checking out, I ran back in just to kind of get a last glimpse of stuff. And I found maybe the clearance aisle, I'm not really sure, but the same plant, just a little smaller for much cheaper. And so I surprised her with it and got that for her. So that was just a wonderful time. And, of course, my husband's home, which is also wonderful. And really, I'm just grateful for this whole day. So we'll see what tomorrow holds, but so far, so good. All right, I'm and get the alternate trivia answer for everybody. All right, in response to, I forget who it was, but saying that there was no Cornwallis bean answer, when I read it out loud to Josh, he didn't know the answer, but when I read it out loud to him, he recommended a Cornwallis bean answer that I thought was really funny, but I forgot to write it down, and today's been so busy, I just never put it in. So consider there is an answer E, a Cornwallis unit, but it's too late now. So here we go. When people think of the novel War and Peace, they tend to imagine a large tome. How many pages was the first edition of the book? Is it A, 589, B, 973, C, 1,225, or D, 1,837? The correct answer is C, 1,225. For context, that means a regular 6x9-inch edition would be around 3 inches thick. The length can vary depending on what language and edition you find, which is why I was specific about it being first edition. While it isn't the longest book ever written, it still holds respect and stands as a classic to this day. So if you get the chance to read it, I recommend it. Pretty sure that's everything on my end, so I'm going to pass it back to you, Dustin. Good night. God bless, everybody.
All right there, Lucy. Thanks again for doing alternate trivia. We really appreciate it, and we'll look forward to the next one there. We're going to say 73 to you for now. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list here, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf, K5 RFG, Ryan in Wadsworth.
Kilo Charlie 5, Romeo Bravo Golf, KC5 RBG, Shannon in Tulsa.
W5LLK, Chad and Pocahontas, Arkansas.
India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee, KI5 DAY on the Echo Sync at American Airlines, saving the company.
This is Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, Mac in Springdale, better late than never.
What a nice orderly list there. Let me make sure I've got it real quick. All right, we have KI5 RFI. Mac, you were already at the bottom of the list there because I saw you on the blue screen. Then we have K5 RFG, the K5 RFG Ryan. KC5 Real Big Guns Shannon. We have W5 LLK at Chad. And we have KI5 DAY all day long in the Mobile Allen. Or, well, at the work there, I think, actually. Let's go over here and talk to Alan real quick because he's at work. KI5 DAY. Man, breaking the airplanes. How you doing?
Mr. Squatch. What's going on there, Dustin? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, last minute if nothing else, by golly, but had to go close up the cargo so they could do a pressurization this late evening on midnight. I was just buttoning that all up, putting my stuff up, and sorry for the background noise. I'm about 200 yards from the runway, and there's a big old FedEx plane taking off. But anyways, yeah, all is good, man. It's been a busy night. About killed myself tonight. Taco Champ came over and invaded, of course, and hung out, and he went back to work. He leaves at 10:30. I don't leave till 11, so one of those things. But I hope everybody's doing well. I just thought I would check in last minute if nothing else, and here I is. KI5DAY, back to you, bud.
All right there, Alan. Well, I'll tell you what, we keep getting check-ins like this. It may not even be last minute. We may still have some time here before we pull the plug. So great to hear you out there tonight. Glad you're able to stop by and say hello to us. And don't have too much fun there at the rest of the Big W. Get home safe. Glad to hear you, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's jump back on over to Arkansas. We have a couple of representatives as Arkansas, so let's start with the original representative from Arkansas, KI5 RFI. Mac, how you doing?
KI5 RFI here. Good evening, Dustin, and all the nicks, various and assorted nicks we have on this frequency here, and to Lucy and everybody else, the regulars there. Beautiful day here in northwest Arkansas, the land of opportunity. I didn't have a lot going on today, just kind of taking it easy, trying to rest up a little bit. I missed the trivia questions. Of course, they're already been answered, but I was going to answer Cornwaldo bean soup to both of them anyway. So back to you, Dustin, KI5 RFI.
All right there, Mac. Well, great to hear you out there. Now, I'll tell you what, we got so many nicks and so little time there. If we get any more, we're just going to have to call it the Nick Show. Hi. Great to hear you, my friend. Have a great evening, and I hope to hear you again there real soon. Let's go talk to Ryan now, K5RFG, the K5RFG. How you doing?
Good evening, Dustin, Nick, everybody else on the net. Doing pretty good tonight. Feeling kind of proud of myself. This is the second net I've checked into today with you, as a matter of fact. That's an accomplishment, I think. Haven't done that in a very long time. But just happy to be back on the radio. I'm even going to make the meeting and dinner tomorrow night, since y'all so politely reminded me that that's going on. But a good day, very busy, lots of stuff with work today. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm getting on so late. I just finished up some stuff. But looking forward to the meeting tomorrow and seeing everybody. And with that, I'm going to throw it back to you. This is the K5RFG.
All right there, Ryan. And I was going through my desk drawer earlier tonight looking for something, and out popped this little round K5RFG wooden coin. And I get a kick every time I see that. So there you go. Great to have you with us, my friend. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at the meeting and the dinner. And, boy, we're glad to have you twice in one day, and that's always a good thing. We'll say 73, and we're going to jump back on over to Oklahoma and talk to KC5 Real Big Guns. Shannon, what's going on?
Howdy there, Dustin. KC5RBG. Wave a hand there at Alan and gosh, I hadn't heard Ryan in forever. Good to hear him on. Wave a hand there at Nick too. Pretty good day today. Hadn't really done anything. Had to go get some money for the neighbor. He'd done a bunch of yard work for me, so had to put a small deposit down on a big project. But yeah, other than that, I had lunch, and that's about it. Came back in, and well, I did watch a movie. It wasn't very good. Matter of fact, I don't think I can remember the name of it. it's called Fortress. And I'm pretty sure it was Bruce Willis, but I don't know. It looked like it was a B movie. It was horrible. But hey, he's hadn't been feeling good for quite some time. So, but yeah, I think it was made in 21. So. And then I was watching another movie tonight called Area 51 Invasion. It's the British Area 51 saga. It was pretty lame too. So, but gosh, I missed a good net, I guess. Let me let this reset. KC5RBG returning. But I guess I missed a good net. I spent quite a bit of time napping today, catching up on some much-needed rest while the dogs, fight all around me and tear stuff up. Anyway, that's my life. I hope everyone has a great rest of the night there. Hope Alan doesn't break too many planes out there. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, great to hear you out there, and I'm sure that Alan is half of the reason that hams don't fly American Airlines. All right, we want to let everything drop there. We're going to say 73 to Shannon for now, and if you're up later on, we ought to have a little chat there on maybe the D-Star. We'll be up for a while yet ourselves, so we're going to say 73 to you, Shannon, and that brings you down to Chad, W5LLK. Good evening. How you doing?
Hello. My name is Chad. I'm using new-to-me technology to talk to you, called Ham Shack Hotline. I don't know if you heard of it, but you can use your telephone, wall phone, or telephone, smartphone to talk on different radios throughout the country and stuff. You set it up with the computer and everything. And I can't really explain it too well without just saying YouTube it, but it's called Ham Shack Hotline, and I think it's doing pretty good. I'm just trying to get used to it. But anyway, you're running a good net tonight, and I've been running through different stations, and I'm saving them and trying to get a good list going. Anyway, 73's to you, and you have a good day. This is W5LLK. Back to the net controller.
All right there, Chad. Well, that Ham Shack Hotline certainly is something. We've had a presentation at our club meeting about it before, and it's definitely interesting. So we'll say 73. Thanks for joining us, and come back and visit us here. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll say 73 to you, and we're at the bottom of the list once again. This is KDEPC with the Beacon Net, and we're looking for check-ins. Please call now. Nothing heard. This is the last and final call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now.
Net controller,
if nobody calls out, I'd like a recheck to tell you something if nobody calls out.
Go ahead there, recheck.
This is Japan, Florida City, Gulf Ocean Hotel, Japan. Calling goodbye.
All right, recheck, stand by. That last station that tried to check in, will you come one more time there? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your call there. One more time, please.
Okay, I know that my pronunciation so bad, This is Japan, Florida City, Gulf Ocean Hotel, JF3GOH, Osaka, Japan, calling goodbye.
All right, we got you that time. Well, good evening to you. Welcome to the Beaconnet. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. This is Japan, Florida City, Gulf Ocean Hotel. Good evening there. My area time is noon time, so baby, weather condition is fine here. Temperature now 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Back to you.
All right there. Well, very cool. Thank you for checking in with us from Japan. This is the first time I've talked to somebody from Japan, so cool. This is Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie. Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie. Name here is Dustin, Delta Uniform, Sierra Tango India November. And we're located here in Medina, Ohio, just 25 miles south of Cleveland. Looks like we got 57 degrees and clear here, and it's 11:23 p.m. Do you have anything else for the net this evening?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. The PC, this is all. Okay. Number 3, everybody, take care. See you tomorrow, hopefully, Number 3, right now. Gravity. Go ahead.
There, well, we'll say 73 to you. Thanks again for stopping by, and come back and join us anytime. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to say 73 there to JF3GOH. And we're at the bottom of the list. We're going to make one more call here for check-ins. This is KDEPC with the Beacon. Actually, I have a recheck real quick to get to. That recheck there, I think that was Chad. Go ahead there, recheck.
Yeah, W5LLK talking. I was going to say, you was talking about talking to your club. I got y'all's on Ham Shack hotline, the repeater and everything goes on it. At least this repeater is. But if you download it individually on your phones and everything, you'll have to download ground wire. It's just like it sounds, ground wire, and go through all that. It's kind of, I wouldn't say hard, I wouldn't say easy, in the middle, but that's what you'll have to download to be able to use this. But the admins are real good to help if you got Discord. Back to you. Net control. This is W5LLK.
All right there. Well, thank you so much for the recheck, and thanks again for checking in there to the Beacon Net. All right, we're at the bottom of the list there. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and we're going to make one more call here for check-ins. Any other check-ins for the Beacon Net, please call now.
KJ5ATA, this is KJ5ATA to Beacon Net. Yeah, listening in. I'm trying to catch a drift. Come back. Yeah.
K7XCB, San Diego.
All right, we picked up a couple there. We have KG5ATA James there, and then there was another station from San Diego. I didn't catch that whole call. With that second station, I think it was a 7. Would you come back with your call one more time, please?
Yeah, no problem, Net Control. This is Tom, Kilo 7, X-Ray Charlie Bravo, North County, San Diego, mobile on Echolink.
All right there, Tom. K7XCB, good evening. Your mobile, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for that. I just found that you dropped in a couple of days ago, I don't know, maybe a week ago, and programmed you into my Echolink, and I was driving home from a meeting late here in San Diego, and thought I'd check in, say hello. Thank you for doing the net. It's interesting, and I'll plan on stopping back by. It's about 65 degrees in San Diego. Today was a beautiful day, really nice day, and we're starting to turn into a little bit less rain and more warmer weather. And that's about it. My home club is the Papa System, where we have a net every night, P25, BMR, etc. So if any of your our guests here looking for more nets, papasystem.com. Thanks a lot and have a great day. K7XCB back to net.
All right there, Tom. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, and we certainly appreciate you coming here. Yeah, the Beacon Net originates here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, and that can be found on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. We're also linked up with the Dewdrop Inn. We're linked up with our friends over there on the Boredom Breaker Net in Oklahoma, so all kinds of ways to find us. But our net's here every Sunday and Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 p.m. for early check-ins, and we always have good trivia questions and good times there. So we're going to say 73 to you, and that's going to bring me back up to James now, KG5ATA. How you doing?
W8WKY.
All right, one more time there for KG5ATA. James, you out there?
Yeah, Net Control. J5ATA. My name is Guy, KJ5ATA from Central Texas. Yeah, I think I'm talking to Ohio. This is Beacon Net. I think I'm talking to the Beacon Net. And, I think I've been here before, not more than just once. But anyways, just coming in and all like that, chatting. KJ5ATA, Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha out of Georgetown, Texas. My name is Guy, and listening in and INO. So, anyways, thanks for listening. You bet. 73, night.
All right there, Guy. Sorry about that. KJ5ATA. Yeah, we've talked a number of times between here and over on the Boredom Breaker Hub. So glad to have you with us, and we got you fixed in the log now, so we got that all right there. So we're going to say 73 to you. We're at 47 check-ins, so we're at the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the BeaconNet, and let's try and see if we can't get a couple more. Anybody waiting to check into the BeaconNet, please call now. New check-ins only, please. All right, nothing else heard. I'm going to make this the final call for check-ins. Final call for check-ins. Please call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KD8SLG, K8QKO, K8QWE, K8YUK, and K8VZA, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and PL total of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday, also here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to go visit our friends over on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They switch net controls at the top of the hour and welcome rechecks, so check them out if you can. With that, you've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is KD8EPC. I'm returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time and we'll be clear. 73, y'all.
Okay, Nets Control has already exited the network, and so I guess the lines are open. So it's KJ5ATA. Anybody got something to say for a minute or two before I go to sleep? Over.
Hey, guy, this is KD8SLG. Good to hear you, man. I got to run down the hall. I've been sitting in the chair for 2 hours, so just wanted to let you know that somebody was out here and say hi to you. You have a great night. KD5ATA, KD8SLG.
KD8SLG, this is KJ5ATA. Appreciate your comeback, you bet. And if you're checking out and having a good evening, well, then that's okay to do that. As a matter of fact, I think I'm just going to do that myself. 73 to everybody all out there tonight, and we're going to call this. So you bet. Night-night, everybody. You bet. Bye-bye.
W8WKY. W8WKY repeater PL114.8. W8WKY.
KD8EPC, KC5RBG.
Minute there, Shannon. I'll be right with you. KD8EPC.
Roger, roger. I'm on D-Star, KC5RBG.
Copy that. I'll QSY over there. I reset it today, so we'll have to see if it's doing better. So I'll meet you over there, KD80PC.